These days, you can develop an entire website with just the click of a button. You see, I've been using AI site builder tools lately like a mad scientist. So in this video, I'm going to put 4 of the most popular website builder tools to the test, and we're going to see which one does the best. All right, let's get into this. I went ahead and I already developed the prompt that I'm going to use, and I'm going to use the same prompt for every single tool that I'm going to show you today. So this prompt is basically saying develop a website for my mountain lifestyle apparel brand called Get Mountain High. If you watched my last video, I showed you how to use ChatGPT to develop a brand and a brand guideline. Now let's see how these AI site builders can take things to the next level and help us actually make a website for it. So I already kind of am telling in my prompt about the brand, the imagery, the type of imagery that I want to use, the colors, the fonts, and then I'm also saying here is the exact copy that I've already written for this. So when I'm using these builder tools, I basically just tell it, this is what I want to do, and this is everything it needs to say. So let's just copy and paste this in. Okay, so I'm here in Lovable. I'm logged into my dashboard. I do use a Lovable Pro plan. I pay the $20 to $25 a month plan. And the reason I pay for that plan is because I don't want every single app that I'm building to just be live in the community. If I'm working on an app that I'm prototyping that I might actually want to turn into a product, I want to keep that private in my workspace. And so for me, it's worth paying for Lovable. I use it enough. All right, so basically I'm just here. It looks like ChatGPT. I already copied my entire prompt for my website in, and I'm just gonna put it right into Lovable and let's see what it does. All right, so while this generates, let's go ahead and move on to the next tool. Let's go to Base 44. Now, this is a platform that I just started using maybe within the last 30 to 45 days, and I will say I'm kind of blown away by it. It's good for landing pages. It was recently acquired by Wix for $80 million. So there is definitely some investment behind this. And I'm actually really excited about the technical capabilities of this tool for doing things like building data dashboards and applications. But let's see how this one does with our website prompt. I am in here in Base 44, and I'm going to just literally paste in the exact same prompt that I did on my Lovable app. So while that one's running, let's go kick off the next tool. This one is Replit. Replit is, I would say, a more technical application. I think it's really good at building applications and creating things when you need to create a database. And I actually personally have not used it as much just for straight up landing page and website build up. I've actually used it for application prototypes more. But let's put in the exact same prompt and let's see what Replit gives to us. If you are a Canva fan, as you know I am, if you've watched any of my videos, then Canva is a great place for a lot of people who are just starting out. They have added a lot of AI into their platform over the last 6 to 12 months, and I am seeing new stuff come out from Canva every single day. And so we're going to copy and paste the exact same prompt and template into Canva AI as well. So from the home screen in Canva, just go to Canva AI and we're going to do the same. Okay, and you can see that Lovable is now completed. I've got a whole preview over here. But if I go over to my other apps, so Replit is actually still building. You can see that Base 44 is getting the preview loaded. It's just about ready for me to scroll through. And Canva, wow, Canva did that pretty quickly. But while we're waiting on Replit, let's go ahead and start looking at what we got here. And I'm just going to click on Lovable on this preview button. And one thing that you can do is if you click out here, you can open up this preview in a new page so you can see what it's really going to look like. All right, so it definitely got it did not use my actual brand fonts that I asked it to, but they are custom fonts, and so I would need to actually upload those. So I understand why I didn't do that. But it did give me a nice photo of the Blue Ridge Mountains. It did a pretty good job with the layout and just kind of like a clean layout with good white space and just a pretty nice, decent, clean design. What I also like is it recognized that this is a shop. I didn't really give it a lot of instruction about making this an e-commerce website. I mean, it could read that from the text, but basically it took all of my copy that I had written for the homepage and interpreted it and said, oh, this is an e-commerce site. So it's got the Shop Now button, it's got the product catalog here, and it is pretty decent as a starting point. So now I'm going to go over here to the base 44 one, and I'm going to see what that looks like. Okay, so again, really similar to the Lovable interface. You kind of have your code and your prompting over on the left-hand side, and then your preview. Now in this one, if I want to see it like a user, I'm going to click Act as User, and it's just going to take me kind of through that experience of what it would look like if I were actually a website user. So again, like, it's pretty decent. Look, it also, that's really interesting, it used the same images. Look at that right here. This is base 44. I'm going to go back to Lovable into that product image section. Use the exact same images. That is interesting. Okay, so these apps are, I don't know, somehow pulling from some stock photography or something that the models have learned, where they actually, and you will see this the more you start testing these things against each other, where you'll see sometimes the exact same words that I see Claude and ChatGPT use when I'm working on like brand copy and that kind of a thing. But it's I don't think this one's quite as good. There's elements that I like. I mean, this is not right. That is clearly not the Blue Ridge Mountains over there. We do not have mountains that look like that with little boats with that like very clear Florida looking water. But again, overall, pretty decent job at taking my prompt and giving me a starting point for a website with our story, products, and a Shop Now link. All right, so Canva, let's see what this one did. Now, again, similar to the other tools, you can see that it is, you've got the prompt over in the left-hand side, and then you've got the preview. Now, this one, I don't like as much. It's very cheesy. It's not using imagery. It's using some very, very basic illustration, and down here some emojis, and that's not even a sweatshirt. That looks like a coat. So this one could be used as a sketch, but I definitely would not publish this one. Now you can, let's say you do get something good from Canva, you can always really easily publish the site here, and that's another way to like very quickly get a site up and running. All right, so Canva so far is the worst out of all three that we have seen. Now let's go see if Replit is done. All right, Replit is done. Okay, so here we go. We've got also the shop, the store, the about, shop collection. So that's a little bit duplicative. But ooh, I like that kind of treatment with the nav where it turns green. And scrolling, it does a pretty decent job with the photography selection. Oh, now this one did actually choose different products than the other two did. And did a good job of the photography selection of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Okay, now if I want to go see what this one looked like, similar to the other tools, I just click here on New Tab, and I can open it up in a brand new tab and really look at it from the perspective of the user who might be actually scrolling through your website. Now, if I had to vote, I think Lovable does a good job of clean, simple layouts. They always look nice. However, one thing that I notice is they also tend to follow a formula, and I end up oftentimes with websites that look pretty similar, and they definitely need some human fine-tuning and some extra prompting. out of just this quick test, I really would say I like the Replit site the best. I think I like the way that it sort of did these different sections and the treatment of the photography and the colors the best. So just like off the shelf, if I had to publish one of them, it's not going to be that Canvas site. I would go with the Replit site, and then I would just start to fine tune it. All right, now to be honest, I would not be happy with publishing any of the sites as is. But what I hope that this helped you learn about today was that these tools can be a really fantastic starting point. You can basically just talk to any of these tools really similarly to how you would talk to ChatGPT or Claude or any other AI bot that you might be interacting with. So these tools will help you save time with basic ideation and getting a really good starting point and a framework. But again, they are not the end all be all, and you definitely need a human developer and designer and strategist to come into the mix to make them really shine and to really differentiate the website for your brand. So if you're looking to build out a new website or you're launching a new brand and you really need the foundation of like where to get started, I've got an awesome marketing template that will help you to identify your target audience, your goals, where to reach that target audience, and how to start laying a foundation for a marketing strategy and plan for your business. Click on the link below and get that free template. Now, that marketing plan template, it'll help you figure out exactly who you're building for, why you're building for them, how to show up for them, and where to show up for them. It'll help get you all of that strategy sort of down in a single source of truth so that when you do start building, you've got a really clear guiding light and North Star. So again, click the link below and get that free marketing template. And if you want to see how I developed an entire brand using AI, watch the next video.
Right, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMM Shiba and SMM Dodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says you from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here. And this should be already fine. 2014, 2017. Yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm. And now you can go into your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right. The order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.